Hi everyone, it's Anna Dyson. I've got 8 tips for you for self-care that you can prioritize right now. This is an article that came from Fairy Godboss. It was written by Taylor Tobin. The link is there and I've adapted it to be a little bit more relevant to you for right now. So what is self-care? It's really anything you do to restore your inner balance and make yourself feel calm, contented, clear-headed. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. You have to review your needs and design a plan to address what works for you. Self-care should mean something different to every person. What works for me isn't going to work for you, but it is the thing that balances you, that restores your inner balance. It is to help you feel calm, contented, clear-headed. The goal is to help you feel positive and optimistic, and to really align the physical and the mental and the emotional side of you. So self-care does not need to be expensive or time-consuming or draining in any way. That kind of misses the point. So it's also common for people to dismiss self-care as a selfish priority, but self-care isn't about self-indulgence. It's about self-preservation. So I've got some things here in my workspace. I've got my succulent plant that I can look at. It's actually fake, but I really like it. I've got my lip gloss that I use to help myself feel a little bit better during the day. I've also got some chocolate for when I need a little pick-me-up. And I have a candle. I haven't lit it today, but it's nice to have around and maybe put that on when you feel like that's something that will help. I also have a little sound machine to drown out some of the noise in the house. So those are some things that work for me to help me create a space that works. So your home space, where you're working. This is a great picture, isn't it? I mean, we should all be so lucky. I'm actually working on a folding table in a spare bedroom with a weird chair, cords everywhere. It's not the picture. But what can you do to create a space that is comfortable? To clear out the clutter. Maybe you need a blanket or a pillow, some really good headphones. What are those things that are really going to work to create a space that works? And then make sure your home is comfortable and working, right? You got to have good lighting, comfortable temperature, figuring out things that are going to work for your space. All right, physical, fitness, and health. Sleeping is a super important part of self-care. And so that's going to be a separate post in the sleep hygiene post. So look for that if you want more information. But find a way to make exercise a regular part of your life. No one exercise plan is going to work for everybody. What works for me isn't going to work for you. But as an individual, figure out what's going to work for you so that you can get into a routine and do something every day. So, mental health. It's important to learn how to say no. And making a habit of over-promising sort of puts your life into this chaotic spin. So take the permission. Take the step of saying no. And it's okay to check out and not connect virtually with every friend that wants to do that, or do the things with family that you feel obligated to do. Take the space to say no so that you can preserve yourself. And then make sure you schedule time to unplug and reset. So reading an actual book, doing something active, going outside, being mindful of how much screen time you have is really an important piece right now. So money matters, right? Debt is a massive stressor, especially right now. So what can you do to minimize expenses? Are you really using all of those online subscriptions that you have? If you've never created a budget, now is a really good time to do that, to create a budget and work to stick to it. There's some great online resources, so spend a little bit of time doing that. It sort of helps you to feel a little bit more in control. And finally, relationships. Surrounding yourselves with people who support and encourage you. And this might be a great time to sort of free yourself from those toxic and non-reciprocal relationships that could be pulling you down. Right now, focusing on relationships is really important. This is where we can share the struggles that we have and that we can be a sounding board for other people's struggles. So spend some time cultivating those relationships. All right, why does gender matter in self-care? Well, we still have some very unfair, outdated, and prevalent societal expectations that really put more demands on women. Women are seen as the caregivers, the caretakers, and we tend to shoulder a larger burden. So there's a great quote that I'm going to read. It is time to view self-care differently. After all, it really is just taking care of yourself, which is vital for health and well-being. More specifically, self-care means identifying and meeting your needs, something women often struggle with. We tend to put others first, children, spouse, parents, friends, even our pets. We feel obligated to be the caretakers. Shifting the balance from everyone else care to my self-care is uncharted territory for many women and can feel uncomfortable at first. However, it is really important to do so. If you don't properly care for yourself, your body will let you know. So I hope you found these tips really helpful. We have lots of stuff on our YouTube channel, so take a look there and hang in there. Take care of yourself.